Did you know that Organic Chem alone takes up about 42 to 45% of your H2 chemistry paper weightage? So to do well in H2 Chem, it goes without saying that you must score well in Organic Chemistry. Here are the 5 major types of questions in Organic Chem that you must master in order to do well. Alright guys, I'm going in terms of the difficulty level. Alright, the first one is reagent and condition type of question. The learning objective for this type of question is for you to be able to do simple recall of the reagent and condition. Alright, my recommended method is basically use single functional group concept map. Alright, I have a whole bunch of concept map that I'm willing to give away to a group. So if you're keen to get this free PDF, just comment in the chat, concept map. Okay guys, the second level of the question is distinguishing test right here. Alright, the learning objective is for you to be able to compare and contrast two different functional groups. Alright, my recommended method is to use a table with the standard phrasing. Alright, so you have a table with different pairs of functional group that you can compare. Again, I have free PDF. If you're keen to get this free PDF, please comment in the chat distinguishing test and I'll send it over to you. Okay, level number 3 is your synthesis question. So this type of question is moderately difficult. I rank it difficulty level 3. This type of question, what is the learning objective? Is that you are able to link multiple functional groups together. Alright, so my recommended method for you to be able to do synthesis question is to use reverse engineering method. Alright, so you start from the target molecule and work backwards towards your starting reactant. Okay, I have actually published a book, synthesis question book, and I also have a YouTube video which I will leave in the pinned comment, so you can click on over and receive a more in-depth explanation of how to tackle synthesis question. Alright guys, so the fourth major type is your mechanism type of question. You need to master the use of curly arrow, lone pair, and charges to describe the mechanism. Okay, my recommended method is to use different molecules to practice so that you're very familiar how to draw the selected mechanism. Okay, I've also published a book on novel mechanism. Okay, you can go to all popular bookstore to grab a copy. The last major type of organic question is your structure elucidation question, otherwise known as deductive questions. This type is level 5, I rank it as the most difficult. Basically, what is the learning objective? There's 3 of them. You need to be able to deduce and write down the statements. Deductive statement includes type of reaction and also the functional group involved. Okay, then step number 2 is your analysis, and then last step is to propose possible structures. Alright, so my recommended method is for you to know the common observation and to quickly able to construct the structures. I've seen students spend far too long to try to propose the structures. You cannot be taking this long, I've also published a book, the same book as the synthesis question. These 2 major question types are covered in one of my books, which I will put the links below. So you can check it out at a popular bookstore if you're keen. If you made it this far, I would like to give you one more, which is the novel question. This novel question, the weightage in A-level is pretty small, but if you're looking to get distinction for your A-level, which I believe you are, you have to be able to master this type of question. Okay, what is the learning objective for this type of question? It is to apply your mechanism in a novel context. The mechanism itself, you may not have learned it before, but that's beside the point. You need to be able to apply a mechanism drawing, the basic premise of it, in novel context. Alright, so you need to be able to practice doing the novel question on your own. I've actually published a book to that end, so you can check it out at the major popular bookstores. Alright, that's it guys. These are the major organic question types. So if you found it useful, please remember to like, share, comment, and save this for future reference.